Hey, big guy, did you have a good birthday? Did you have a big party, a big celebration? That's nice, man. That's great. Did you see the Leaf game? Yeah? Yeah, you see the score? Yeah, you know, if it wasn't your birthday, I'd probably point out that the Leafs haven't won a game since you mentioned the playoffs, but I'm not going to do that.
Can you adjust with the volume?
Oh, your head hurt? My playoff hopes hurt! Finally! Go Canadian fire! Country!
Deal with it.
Elon smash!
Owen Grabowski.
GTFO. I got it from afar.
Happy birthday to me.
Leafs lose 5-2 in an ugly one to the Winnipeg Jets. Phil Kessel ties it up less than a minute into the second, and then the Jets get the lead right back less than 30 seconds later. You kind of knew the game was done right then. And this game was, like, concerning. These weren't the Leafs that took the Penguins to the shootout just a couple games ago. Fought hard. Because you can have some lapses, but if you fight back, you know, it might pay off. Looked a bit mailed in. Some guys are just playing way too much. And maybe part of the reason some guys play a little too much is because Phaneuf got in a fight and was in the box. Which, let's talk about that. This game, maybe more than in any other game this season, proved the futility, if you will, of the fourth line. Colton Orr and Fraser McLaren played almost 9 minutes each. That's a lot for those guys. And right off the hop, Colton Orr gets into a fight with Chris Thorburn. He thumped him pretty good too. I'd say he won. And yet, Phaneuf was still getting dumped and having to fight his own battles. MacArthur gets yard sailed in the corner. Guys are messing with Kess. So much for protecting your stars. The Bruins don't have success, and the Bruins aren't intimidating because they have players who can fight. They're those things because they have fighters who can play. And you know what? Defense was pretty bad. We've touched on that. Don't like the fourth line. We've touched on that. Can I talk about the elephant in the room? Reimer hasn't been that great since he's come back. He was a big reason the Leafs managed to take it to a shootout against the Penguins. He really held them in there in the final 2 periods. But in the first, ooh. And he hasn't been terrible. He just hasn't been what he was before he got hurt. And some people think the way he was playing is unsustainable, and it probably was, but he's better than this. The Jets, for crying out loud! The Jets! Actually, the Jets have been pretty good recently, I'm sorry. All the more reason to beat them, because the Leafs, sitting in one of those lower playoff spots, now have to look behind them. Oh, who's that? Oh, just a lot of really angry, underachieving teams. So question of the game, what do the Leafs got to do to get out of this mini-slump? And why are they in this mini-slump? Couple things I want to get out of the way, and I think it was a big storyline for this past game. 2 links in the underbar you got to read. The post-game blog for this game, obviously, on theleafsnation.com, and an article about how criminally underused Mikhail Grabowski is. Well, underused and misunderstood. $5.5 million, the Leafs' best two-way center, and last night he played less than 13 minutes. So I highly recommend you read both those things, and, thank you. I got a lot of birthday wishes yesterday on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, and I was just overwhelmed. I had a lot of people ask, what are you, turning 19? Why you gotta do me like that? What, because I got toys in my room? You wish you had my toys, don't be jealous. I turned 25. Which means, by the way, even though I just said he wasn't doing that well, he will again soon. James Reimer's birthday is on March 15th. He'll be 25 also. Well, it's not his birthday. He's a Transformer, so it's the day they turned him on. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. Check out the blogs in the underbar and let me know the answer to the question of the game. What do the Leafs got to do?